What's up, everybody? This is Karak with ACG. What's been happening? Yeah, not a lot. Well, other than my PS5 died. So let's discuss that and discuss future content. First, this is not a console war kind of thing. This is me reporting to you guys because I stated that certain particular elements of coverage were coming up, and now I have to sort of adjust that. So I want to be open and honest to everybody about exactly what's happening. Looking at this, the first thing I want to say, thanks to Sony, they've been trying to work with me. I was having an issue like Young and some others have reported where the hardware storage, the external storage, was having weird issues when the system was coming out of rest, and sometimes just sitting there where it would pop off and say your storage is corrupted and we have to rebuild it. This continued to happen a great deal of times, and this happened regardless. I know that there's been a post somewhere said, I think it was Yong said something about particular routers. I don't have any of those kind of routers myself, so it's not at least the currently reported particular router issues. I'm using a Comcast router as well as a Netgear. This would still happen, and it would still happen when coming out of sleep. So this completely died, and I wanted to talk about this. The first thing to say is, again, thanks to Sony, but when we look at this, how does this affect the content? I want to make sure people watch this all the way through, so I'm going to be quick on this, but please do so. When it comes to content, guys, it's just me. So I've had to adjust a bunch of content. I was sitting on the PS5 review. I was pretty much ready. I'll take that into account, and I'll take everything I've experienced into account when I do my PS5 review, whenever I get that ready. However, I want to make sure that people understand, if you've joined Patreon in specifically the last 15 days, and you joined because I was stating I was going to cover this or this game, or you were expecting in particular discourse within the Discord around the PS5, and now you feel you won't get that for the next couple days, feel free to contact me on Patreon. It's on the screen, and I will give you a refund for those 15 days. I think that that's perfectly honest. You guys know me. I'm not really a cheerleader. I'm not one of those guys who's usually like, man, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. And the reason why is because of what I'm experiencing right now. You really shouldn't do that. We can get in the typical rigmarole of YouTube videos where people are selling their next video, selling. But something like this happens, and then you have to turn around and be like, okay, what do I do? For me, it's just me. There's no one else at ACG, and this really puts a stymie on my content for games coverage, as well as, like I said, just that review and trying to figure everything out. So again, refund if you want it for the last 15 days. Secondarily, or tertiarily, I stated I was going to give away a PS5. I still am. This is not going to stop any of that. However, I pre-ordered a second PS5 because of this. One will go to me, and that will be the second one. The first one that comes in will go to gamers. I think that that's only fair. Any experiences I've had with any situations or issues, I do not think should stop somebody from getting a PS5 if they can with a contest. So we'll be giving those away. I'm just waiting for the PS5 to come in. I am attempting as well, just so people know, to try to get another PS5 in some way, whether I go and try to find, a store that's got it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll try to figure all that out. But regardless, first one will go to consumers or contest entries when we do that. And I got to figure that out because I was originally going to do like the hardware review video and say, okay, man, this is where we're going to give out the PS5, blah, 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 do this and do that. And unfortunately, that all fell apart. I do want to say again, this is not a hard war console kind of warrior thing. This is me just reporting to you guys. So knock it off with that kind of stuff. Who knows what's going on? This is just what I had. I stated I was going to do some stuff. That's going to change. So I feel that it's only right that I tell you guys what is occurring around it. For me, for videos that I can say are coming up, we're going to come up and we're going to talk a little bit about bugs being reported in reviews. I had a very interesting discussion with some other people covering games in a Discord where I was basically told you shouldn't report bugs because people can just refund games now. And this wasn't from a necessarily small group of reviewers. And I found that pretty shocking. Basically, it was like, oh, now that consumers can just refund digitally, we shouldn't report bugs or performance issues. And I was pretty stunned by that. However, going and looking at some coverage from particular people who were talking and others, I can see that that's sort of been the reflection for a while, is to not really talk about any technical stuff. And I am going to do a video about that. I think that's really important. But anyway, looking at this is the kind of stuff that happens. I just want to apologize to everybody else. I shouldn't have got excited. That's the way it is, man. I shouldn't have done it, and I did. And that's on me, man. That there's no one else to blame but me. And if I hadn't been like, hey, man, I'm going to have this review, and I'm going to cover this game, wouldn't have to do this video. But guess what? I did. So this is me sucking it up, making sure people know that I did it. Again, check out the Patreon if you want a refund. Or you can check it out if you want to join too, but check it out if you want a refund. Other than that, peace out. Check out my further videos about something that I'm going to cover at some point, somewhere in the future. Peace out, everybody. Have a good week.